Antigen-presenting cells. In an adaptive immune response, antigens must be processed and presented to T lymphocytes. This is accomplished by cells known as an APC, or antigen-presenting cell. The process in which an antigen is displayed is dependent upon the type of antigen. Is it exogenous or endogenous? In an exogenous or extracellular antigen, the antigen is internalized by the cell through endocytosis. This will lead to the formation of a phagosome. As in phagocytosis, the phagosome will fuse with the lysosome. This leads to the destruction of the antigen. Once the antigen is digested into smaller pieces, it will fuse with another vesicle containing a self-marker known as an MHC class II molecule. In order to display the antigen, it must be loaded onto the MHC class II molecule. Next, the cell will move the vesicle containing the MHC antigen complex to its surface, and the membrane of the vesicle fuses with the cell membrane. The MHC antigen piece is displayed on the surface for presentation. Now the cell is an APC with an MHC class II antigen complex and ready to activate T helper cells. Remember, only macrophages, dendritic cells, and B cells use the MHC class II to display antigens. In an endogenous or intracellular antigens, such as in cancer or a viral attack, the antigen originates within the cell. Therefore, the cell will use polypeptide fragments within its cytoplasm to get the antigen. To make the antigen an appropriate size, the cell will use proteasomes to degrade the proteins into peptides. The peptides are transported to the ER. In the ER, the cell loads a piece of the peptide onto an MHC class I molecule for presentation. Ultimately, the MHC antigen molecule is released as a vesicle from the Golgi apparatus. The vesicle moves to the surface of the cell where it fuses with the cell membrane. The MHC antigen complex is displayed on the surface for presentation. All nucleated cells are able to process endogenous antigens in this manner, acting as an APC using an MHC class I molecule for antigen display.